United States, 13% of men and 10% of women smoke, according to the CDC. Yet cigarette smoking remains the leading cause of preventable disease, disability, and death. Dr. Christina Captain is the lead practitioner at the Sarasota Center for Acupuncture and Nutrition. She's here to talk about how the center can help people who want to quit smoking. Great to see you.
Great to be back.
I feel like want is an important word here. When someone wants to quit smoking, what can you do?
So, you know, when people first come in, first of all, we know smoking is just terrible, right? When people first come in, we really want to talk to them. Find out, how long have you been smoking? Why did you start? Was it a family member that was smoking with you? Because you know, back in the 50s, everybody smoked. Even physicians in their offices would smoke cigarettes and prescribe cigarettes to women who were in menopause for hysteria.
That's crazy.
And we know how the tobacco company has addicted, you know, trillions of people probably to cigarettes over the years that we've been available. So when patients come in, you know, it could be they've been smoking 50 or 60 years. And one of the major and most important things is their why.
Okay.
Why do you want to quit now? The most compelling one I find is they've gotten a diagnosis or the threat of a diagnosis. Oh no, I have cancer. I could have cancer. Oh no, I need to stop smoking. That one is pretty much, they come in, we can get them together quickly. They're really willing to stop smoking because they know that it's a mortality issue, right?
Right.
Otherwise are, you know what? My daughter asked me to, or my granddaughter asked me to, and I want to be able to see them graduate high school, graduate college, get married, have kids. I want to be there to be involved in that, and I, or my family, is afraid that I'm going to get a diagnosis and be there. It's very rare when someone just comes in and says, hey, I think it would be healthy for me to stop smoking.
Yeah, it takes a scare.
It takes a scare.
But it also takes an immense amount of work. There's no easy trick to this. You were saying how, you know, it's meeting after meeting and behavior modification. You really deep dive into that.
Right, so we go in there and we ask, okay, where do you smoke? In your house, in your car? Where do you smoke? At work? What are your triggers? We need to make a plan. This is not just, come on in, I'm gonna throw some needles in you and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna stop smoking in one session. It is never one session. This is an addiction. This is an addiction like any other addiction. And not only is your mind addicted to it, but your emotional state is addicted to it and your physical body is addicted to it. So what we can do is when we go in that deep dive, we find out, okay, where do you smoke? We need to change the furniture in there. We need to clear up the smells. We need to stop going in that room for a while because habits, you know, 21 days at least, you gotta have 21 days. If it's in your car, you might need to change cars if you have the availability with a spouse or partner. You might have to clear that car out. You gotta throw away your ashtrays, you gotta throw away your cigarettes, you gotta throw everything else. Then what's your trigger? Is it meeting with friends for brunch? A cigarette outside after? Because now we can't smoke in restaurants, luckily, right?
Right.
Is it drinking? Drinking is a major deal, right? That's a big trigger. So if you're sitting down to have some alcohol and, you know, your inhibitions start to lower, I mean, you've really been trying to stop smoking, and then you see somebody that, or smell somebody who's a smoker, because the smell, you know, smokers, they can't smell themselves anymore. They're like, I don't smell anything.
Right.
But you smell them.
Sure.
I mean, if someone's coming in for stop smoking treatment and they had a cigarette, I'll go, oh gosh, what happened? And they're like, what do you mean?
Right.
I mean,
you know instantly.
I can smell it. And they're like, you can smell that? And I'm like, I can. And it's okay, but you just need to tell me what happened so we can go through it.
Right.
Because what we want to do is, if you have a trigger or a location, we need to change that.
Yeah.
So you got a trigger, instead of going, you know, after dinner or in the morning when you wake up for a cigarette, you need to go for a walk.
So you're working with behavior modification as a massive part of this, let's say, as opposed to drug.
Oh, big time. We don't use any drugs, obviously, at our center. It's a center for nutrition and acupuncture. So we're going to use acupuncture. And we know acupuncture is amazing at getting that behavior to change through neurotransmitters, which are chemicals in the brain. So we're able to, through acupuncture in the ear, using a little electricity in the body, we're able to have that physicality and mental and emotional shift. And again, you have enkephalins and endorphins that are being secreted, and then you just get that feel good. You're like, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. I don't have to have a cigarette, because it's panicky. Oh no, where's my cigarettes? How can I find? Okay, people will go 2 a.m. in the morning to buy more cigarettes.
Right. So your acupuncture sort of offers a soothingness, an intercom, without the cigarette or whatever else is triggering.
And physiological change. I mean, we actually can change the brain chemicals, so the chemistry changes, right? We do that with depression and all kinds of other addictions. The other thing is your lungs. Your lungs are not great. No matter how many people say, oh no, I'm fine, I don't cough, I don't have phlegm, I don't have anything. Well, you do. You just ignore it now, right?
Right.
And so acupuncture there are wonderful acupuncture points for helping the lungs regenerate faster, both in function and in tissue. It's amazing.
Well, and that's great, because that way if you make the decision to quit, then there are things that can help rejuvenate your body.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely a multifaceted approach, and it takes some work, but it's great that you're there to do it with people and offer some hope.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
Absolutely.
It is definitely
And
hard.
it doesn't take one session. You may have to come in every day that first week, and I will be there to meet you.
All right, that's all you need to know, is that you've got a partner to help you with your plan. If you are looking for more information about stopping smoking or other health concerns, you can find Dr. Captain and her staff by going to scansrq.com. We'll be right back.